Hey everyone, and welcome to Grace for the Journey, where we embrace life's path and uncover the beauty of healing together. I'm your host, Sharanda, and it's so glad to have you back with us here. If you have been rocking with me for a while, and if it's your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to a safe space. Welcome to a space where we can just be real and just talk about the things of life and help ourselves to get through them together, basically. So today we're going to be kicking off a new series about worth, knowing your worth, understanding your worth. And today we're going to start off with the elephant in the room, comparison. So I'm wearing my little uh, gift shirt, I guess I'll call it, my little present shirt with all the bows, as a reminder that, you are God's gift to the world. I am God's gift to the world. And each one of us carry our own value. It looks different. Everyone's different. Everybody's here for a different purpose, but we are definitely here for a purpose and we have worth. So, we're going to talk about comparison. It's very easy in this day and age to get caught up in comparing yourself to everybody, pretty much. We live in a time where you can literally see what's happening on the other side of the world in the palm of your hands, right? On your phone. So you can see what the person next door is doing. You can see what the person in the next country is doing. Like, it's so easy to see what everybody is doing. And sometimes that can make us feel like we're not doing enough or we're not good enough. While we do need to be able to look up to people, and it's good to admire the strength in others and admire the things that they are doing, especially if it's like a mentor mentee type relationship, because those are things that we are striving for in our lives. Like, it's absolutely needed. But while that is good, we need to be careful that we're not falling into this trap of, oh, they have it all together and I'm not good enough. It's very easy to pick up your phone, go on social media, and look at somebody's hair and be like, oh, I want my hair to be like that. Why is my hair not like that? Why is my body not like that? Why are their kids so well behaved? How come I can't eat healthy? How come they have it all together? They have their business, they have their career, they have this car. Like, I mean, every little thing, to lashes, to nails, to like the most menial things we can be comparing because it's in our face, right? So while we want to admire and while we want to look up to others who are ahead of us in a particular area, we really have to be careful with this comparison trap. You are not her. You are not him. You are not they. And that's okay. We are literally running our own journey, and we all have our different abilities and we have our different strengths that we can bring to the world and bring to others if we allow them, if we actually embrace what we have. If we sit down and embrace what God has given us, this is me. This is who I am. How can I bring this, what I have, to the world? It's good to enhance your strengths. It's actually really beneficial to enhance what you already have and to make it better and to hone your gifting. But while doing it, know that you are still very valuable with where you are right now. And you are very worthy with where you are right now. I experience this a lot where I felt like we look at time sometimes, and society has put this thing out there where by this time you should have this and by this time you should have that. Why don't you have kids yet? Why don't you own a house yet? Why don't you own 3 cars yet? Why have you not taken this trip to this exotic place yet? And you feel like these are things that you should have accomplished by a certain age. And a lot of those top 40, top 30, top 50, or however they word those, a lot of those articles and ranking systems, make us feel sometimes, if we have not accomplished a certain thing by a certain time, like something's wrong with us. We're not good enough. And it's good to be happy for people who have accomplished a lot by an early age, because some people are just built different, right? They come into this world with a mission and they want to succeed and they go for it. But that's just their path. That is their pathway. All of us are running our own race. We hear it a lot and it could sound very cliche, but it's very true. I battle with this a lot, like a whole lot. You look at the age, you look at how long, maybe when you guys graduated, what you studied, when you got married, just so much different things. It's easy to look at, but we are running our own race and we're at our own pace as well. And it took me a while, like a long time to be okay with it. Like a real long time to be okay with it. But if we could embrace and be like, this is where I'm at, this is what I have. I appreciate where I'm at. I appreciate what I have. I still want this one. I still want to get that. But okay, I don't have it yet, but that doesn't make me any less than this person. That doesn't make me any less than my neighbor. That doesn't make me any less than the person on the other side of the world. Like, I'm happy for you. Like, I'm good for you. And I might still want it, but it's taking time on my end. It's taking a minute, but I know it will come if this is something that's a part of my actual journey. And if I'm really sincere, that's easier said than done. It's really easier said than done. You have to be very intentional to look at where you are. And while on the surface, it does not look as good as where the other person is, and be like, I'm okay. That doesn't come just naturally, because who doesn't want the best of life? Who doesn't want the nice things of life, right? So we have to be very, very intentional to be okay with where you are and understand that wherever you are still valuable. Your value is not attached to money in the bank. It's not attached to how much clothes you own, how much cars you own. It's not attached to any of that stuff. And a lot of times comparison makes us feel that way, or we allow comparison to make us feel that way, because this is the world we live in. Like, I don't even want to blame it on society so much. This is the world we live in, where we see so much and we want so much, but we don't want to take the time to get it. We want it now because this person has it now. I think they use the term like the microwave world, where you want it now, you just don't want to wait. And comparison can cause that to happen too, right? You want it now because I'm this age and this person has this, and I should have had it first because I'm older than them. So let's be careful with looking at others. Admire, yes. Behold, I guess I can say, where they are, especially if it's a mentor. But don't let it devalue you, and don't let it make you feel any less worthy of where you are right now. Like, own it. Own where you are. This is what it is. This is what I have. I won't end here. I can't end here. There's no way I must end here, but this is what it is. And I'm still very valuable, and I'm still very worthy. One of the things that will help with comparing yourself to other people is self-comparison. So rather than being like, this person is this age, we're the same age, and they have all of these things, or we grew up the same way, we grew up the same place, and they have accomplished this. How about you look at yourself like, oh, wow, 10 years ago I was doing this, and actually I'm doing okay because I'm not where I was. 5 years ago, I was still here, and now I have moved here. I've leveled up a little bit. Still not where I want to be, but I'm better than where I was. Being like, my mindset is different from 3 years ago, because 3 years ago, I just looked at everybody and compared myself to everybody, and maybe I hated myself, but now I'm okay. So if we can not compare ourselves to others so much, rather compare ourselves to ourselves, because like I said, we're in our own race. So if you are in your own race, who are you racing against? So looking at yourself and actually taking time to acknowledge your growth, acknowledge your strengths, acknowledge the things that have changed, acknowledge the things that have gotten better, acknowledge the things that you do have. And gratitude plays a big role. If we learn to be grateful for what we do have, and once again, this does not come natural. This is a practice that we have to take. If we can learn to be grateful for what we have, it helps us curb this desire to just always compare ourselves. Because now we're in a place of gratitude, because literally it could be worse. It actually could be way worse. And while knowing that it could be way worse is not always the best, to make yourself feel better, just being in a place of gratitude for what you have, where you are, what you have accomplished, is so much easier on your peace, actually, right? Because just comparing all the time and comparing, I mean, there's every little thing that you can compare. Like you can just compare everything if you wanted to, and that takes you out of, like, you're not at peace anymore. You're not at peace. You're just in this rat race against, well, when you're supposed to be running, like, racing with yourself. Now you just race. I don't even know who you're racing against at that point, because you're just going and trying to accomplish this and trying to accomplish this and get this and get that, when that was never meant to be your pace. That was never meant to be your speed. Have you guys ever watched like, let's say, like a 4x4? Yeah, let's use that example, a 4x4 relay, right? I'm going to focus on one team. So the first person on this team, first leg has gone out and they ran their race. And so maybe they're like in third place, right? So the second leg of that team now is like they're so excited and so anxious because, oh, we're in third. We need to be in first. But they've practiced a particular way to run their race. They know when they're supposed to kick off, when they're supposed to pull back, and all those terms that I don't really know. They know when they're supposed to do that. But now they see this person ahead of them and they want their team to win. And so they now start running that person's race. They don't know that person's method. They don't know how that person trained. But now they go off and take off in like full blown speed when that's not how their coach trained them. And by the time they hit, like, let's say what, the 200-meter mark, they're like blow. They have no gas left. And instead of being in maybe second or third, now they're falling back all the way to the back to last, because everybody ran their own race. But they went out and got so excited about what they seen in front of them and by what the other person is doing, and they didn't run their race. Right. And that happens in the sports world, but it also happens a lot, like way too much in the real world. And then we just get caught up. People find themselves in unexpected or unnecessary debt. They find themselves in unnecessary stress, just so much things, because we're just looking at what the other person has and not understanding that, listen, you're still valuable. You're still valuable. And I'm talking to myself as well. You're still valuable no matter like what's in your account. You're still valuable no matter what you drive. You're still valuable no matter like the relationship that you have with others. How people even they compare how people have relationships with other people, and maybe they're working on their relational or people skills, and that even puts them into a pit. Like, look at what you have. Somebody had said before, if you have close friends, ask them, like, what do you admire about me? Or if you had to pay me to do something, what would be that thing? What would be that thing? And it takes a true friend to tell you the truth, right? But if you have people close by, and then you can ask that question and really see what it is that you have to offer. Like, what value do you have if you are struggling or trying to figure that out? So you can know that, what gifting you have and own what you actually have, rather than just chasing, what do they call it? I don't even remember what they call it, but just chasing stuff that making you crazy and making you go in a whirlwind and not be at peace. Like, this world has enough stress of its own. Like, this world is already so fast paced, and, we want to keep up, but not at your detriment. Like, not to be stressed out 24/7. For what? For what purpose? We really need to hone in on celebrating our unique journey. We didn't bring ourselves into this world, and so we don't have control over many things. But if we begin to take time to learn ourselves and understand ourselves, step by step, we can begin to embrace our unique path. And I know a lot of times this is hard because we don't like our path, and our path can be hard. Our path includes challenges that we wish we didn't have to go through. Our path contains hurt that we wish we didn't have to go through sometimes. And, but it's our journey, and we only can see so far of our journey, but the Creator can see it all, right? God sees it all, and He knows why He wants us to go through certain paths and go through certain pathways. We can learn to embrace our own journey and understand that it does not look like the other person. It is very unique. And if we can take our self-value away from tangible things, If we understand that we are not, I mean, it's good to have good things. Do not get me wrong. There's many good things that I want and that are on my list. But if we can separate our self value from that, it makes comparison easier to break. It makes it easier to not compare. Because like, oh, you can appreciate somebody. Oh, I like your car. I like your ride. You have a beautiful home. I love the way you dress your kids. I love your style. You can genuinely appreciate what other people have without comparing yourself to them, because your worth isn't attached to that, right? And that takes time. That takes a special effort, but it's absolutely possible. It's absolutely possible. You are more than what you have. You are more than what you think you need. You are more than what you think that other person has. Like, your value does not come from the outside. If I could say this 100 times, I would. Your value, your self-worth is not coming from your possessions, your accolades, your achievements. Those are good. And those do play a role in, or can play a role in who you are and who you're becoming. But it is not the base of your self-worth. You are worth so much more. You are worthy. You're beautiful. You're loved. You're needed. You are wanted. You have a place in this world, no matter where you are right now, no matter what you may be experiencing or what you're going through. You were created for a purpose, and your self-worth is attached to that. So I'm going to leave it here for this episode. We're going to continue on about worth in the next episode, but really know that you're loved. If I could harp in on this, like, you're loved, right? Just as you are. You are wanted and needed just as you are. And the world needs you just as you are and as you become. Okay, guys. Love you guys. Bye for now. And remember, run your own race. Don't go there running full speed to be blown and not even reach the finish line. Run your own race and embrace your unique journey. Bye for now.